is Marvin Bagley III. I think there's a lot of differing opinions on him. For me, I'll be honest, I'm ready to give up on Marvin Bagley. And you might feel a different way. You might think he's got more left in the tank. But for Marvin Bagley, he's 24 years old. And I do think we're at the point with him. This is the player he is. And if we just want to look at his track record, um, it's just relatively the same. He's really never shown that much improvement year to year. He's always been a fairly efficient player, field goal percentage wise, shooting around 50%. First career, he's a 50% shooter from the field. 3-point percentage, 29%, has never been able to develop that 3-point shot, which is big for him because, again, I don't want it to be like I'm beating a dead horse. This is the tale with Marvin Bagley. He's not good enough defensively. He's not athletic enough. He doesn't have the length to be a center. He's not a center in today's NBA. He's gonna struggle defensively as a center. He's not really physical enough either as a center, but he also is very talented. He has a very good post game. He has very good touch around the rim. Is a very fundamental player, and that's where his role has been. But here's the problem with Marvin Bagley: if he's not a center, then he's a power forward, but he can't shoot. So he's really in this kind of hybrid of a center and a power forward. But my question is, what is Marvin Bagley good at? What is he going to excel at the NBA level? And to this point, it really has been nothing, if we're being honest. He can't shoot. He can't really defend. He's an okay rebounder. I mean, he's averaged 7 rebounds per game, has never averaged over 7.5 rebounds a game. His best season was his rookie year, where he averaged 15 points a game on a very, let's face it, a bad Sacramento Kings team. And I mean, he's just this guy that's going to come off the bench. He can finish around the rim. Like I said, he's got good touch around the rim, but he just doesn't do a lot for you. And I think the Pistons are better off having a guy like Jalen Duren. Now, is Marvin Bagley a better offensive player than Jalen Duren? Yes. He's definitely a more skilled offensive player than Jalen Duren. Is Marvin Bagley a more skilled offensive player than James Wiseman? Yes. But defensively, I think you're giving up a lot with Marvin Bagley. And I do think just never being able to develop that 3-point shot. He averaged 4.4 threes a game in 2023 for the Pistons, only shooting 28.8%. I'm out on Marvin Bagley, and I do think he's not worth the contract he's been given. I believe the Detroit Pistons have a team option on him after this year. He will likely be gone after this year. He could even be gone at the trade deadline. I want to be wrong about Marvin Bagley. I just don't see it. I don't ever see him being a starter in this league. And, this is what I always, if you want to figure out how impactful a player is for your team, I want you to take Marvin Bagley and put him on the Denver Nuggets, put him on the Miami Heat, put him on the Boston Celtics. How big of a role does he play on a true championship contender team? If you put Marvin Bagley on those teams and you think back to the 2023 playoffs, Marvin Bagley is not getting that many minutes for those teams. Is he even getting 10 minutes a game for those teams late in the playoffs? So he's just not a guy. For a bad Pistons team, he's going to get around 20 minutes a game. But I do think on a good team, Marvin Bagley is a bench player. He's a 10th, 11th man on your team. And yeah, I do think the Detroit Pistons are keeping him around just for depth. And not much more to say about Marvin Bagley. I did go on a bit of a tangent. I know some Pistons fans have brought up his connection with Cade Cunningham. Listen, Cade Cunningham can play with any big man. If you're a big man that can run to the rim, can catch lobs, can finish, is athletic, we'll be fine. So I don't want to hear that excuse of, oh, but Cade Cunningham and Marvin Bagley have this incredible connection, and you can't get rid of Marvin Bagley because of that. No, I don't buy that. I think Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren are going to have a great connection. They're going to play great off each other in that pick and roll. I just think they need more time. They really didn't have any time to develop that connection with Cade getting injured. So Marvin Bagley, again, kind of hoping he's off this team after this year. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. Hopefully he'll have a breakout year. But we've been saying that ever since his rookie year. Hopefully he's going to break out. Hopefully he's going to make this big jump, and he just never has.